It's gonna be good, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be better, I can't wait. Making my move, live for the day, sing like a bird, fly like a plane. Come spin with me, Jenny D.
People, thank you for joining me with another episode on Spill With Me, Jenny D podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by Clair Health. Joining me today is Christy Bean Rowing. She's the director of Clair Hospital Foundation. We're talking all about the foundation's impact. We're talking about how it supports the patients and the programs and getting a preview of one of the most exciting upcoming events, Yay. Heartbeats Haybales, 27th annual Summer Swing, 27th. I can't wait to talk to you, Christy, about this. Thank you for joining me today.
Oh my gosh, Jenny, so happy to be here. And just so everybody knows, Jenny and I have already played the 6 degrees of separation, and there are lots of crossover going really all the way back to high school.
It's so true. When you run into people from Pittsburgh, there's always something you have in common. I don't know what it is.
It's because Pittsburgh is a great place to be. And I think that's really a great lead-in to why Clair Hospital is such a great place, and supporting it through this event is so important. Because these are your neighbors, this is the community that we've all grown up or have moved to and have such an affinity for. And I think it's truly the event that you're going to go to and run into all sorts of people that you know from all across your life.
And I love that. I love that the community involvement, you know, and I always say it's nice to have a small hospital like this because everybody knows everybody. Every time I would post something from Clair, hey, I was my doctor. Hey, I know that person, so I'm sure somebody out there is going to recognize you too. But I have a couple questions for you.
Well, hopefully I have the answers.
Yeah, thanks to Rosie. Right?
Yes.
So, Christy, for listeners who may not be familiar, what is the Clair Hospital Foundation, and what role does it play within the Clair Health?
I'm so glad you asked that question, and I think it really is important to understand that we are one of the last independent community hospitals, and so the foundation supports the hospital in many ways. We help raise critical funds for expansion of programs, for support for patient initiatives. We also help to support staff initiatives that are critical in terms of the kind of care people get at Clair Health.
Absolutely. Yes, thank you. Now, how does the foundation directly impact the patients and the care within the hospital?
Sure. So I'll speak a little bit to the different appeals that we do throughout the year. So we do a cancer appeal, we do a cardiac appeal, we do a year-end appeal. And all of those dollars, every single one of those dollars, go back to what the patients or the community members have designated it to. Mm-hmm. So if you had a passion or an experience with breast cancer care, or somebody you know, right, you could donate dollars that would go directly to help support people who are undergoing treatment here at Clair Hospital. One of the really impactful ways we support our patients here, and these are through partnerships with lots of places, but really the dollars go to help people mitigate some of the side effects from chemotherapy with our cancer care bags. We also run support groups for those in treatment. And really, it's a lot of the little things that you sort of take for granted, yes. But because we're a smaller hospital, we're able to respond to patients individually. One of the great successes that we're seeing right now is with cold cap therapy, yes. which helps women retain their hair as they're going right. through chemotherapy. Those dollars are raised to help support that program through the foundation.
It's expensive, right?
It's very expensive, and insurance does not pay for it in lots of cases. In a few cases it does, but right. we want anybody who would like to have this therapy have the opportunity to be able to preserve as much of their hair as possible right. as they go through the treatments.
Right, I interviewed someone last year about it, and she was having her wedding.
Yes.
And she was talking about it, and I was like, wow, I didn't even know that was out there. So there's so many new things too, and I feel like we need to educate the community about what's going on and what we have to offer. I'm learning just listening to you. I didn't even know you do all this.
Yes.
When you say cardiac appeal, do you mean like that's like you have like an event or a fundraising event?
We do. So currently we also host lots of different patients through their cardiac rehab. So cardiac disease and the events that transpire, we all know someone, myself included. My husband is a cardiac care patient. But the most important thing is the aftercare. So our team does an amazing job of fixing the mechanical issues. But what happens next is what they need to do to stay healthy. And that happens in our rehab. And the foundation helps to support those ongoing efforts. And we help thousands of patients every year recover from a cardiac event.
That's incredible, because you don't think about the after you leave the hospital. Okay, bye, good luck.
No.
We'll talk to you later. You have this facility, you have this room for people to come back and to do exercises, to be monitored so that they're not falling back into like their bad habits or whatever they've done.
And really you remember that the heart is a muscle, so you have to retrain it, and you have to help build some muscle memory so that it can continue to take care of you for many years to come. And one of the things that I really love about our cardiac rehab program is the camaraderie that happens within those walls, because you're there for a long time, months and months, in order to rehab, and you form lifelong friendships. The staff know everybody by name. They'll prod you when you need to work a little bit harder. They'll tell you when you should maybe not work as hard yet. It is care that is unique, because we are able to provide support by knowing your name, knowing your physician. You're part of the St. Clair family when you get treatment here.
I love that, being part of the family. To me, that's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
So Christy, tell us, how can you share a story or an example of how donor support has made a difference?
I'll share a story of something that a lot of people take for granted at St. Clair, but we have courtesy vans that if you don't have transportation to an appointment or a procedure, we will come pick you up and we'll take you home, and there is no fee.
Oh my gosh.
And so in order to provide the service ongoing, we do an appeal. And in that appeal, we've come across a woman whose husband used to use our service many, many times as he was getting older and struggling with some health issues. Every year, she makes a very generous donation to help provide transportation for the community that helps really bring people to and from the hospital on a daily basis.
Right.
And when you think about one person having such an impact on the community at large, you're just so thankful. Now, she gave a very generous donation, but we also get lots of $10 and $20 donations, because people just want to give back to the place that they got care.
Right.
A lot of times people will take a ride and in our courtesy vehicles, and then I'll get $5 or $10 in the mail, because I think they look at it as a way to just say thank you so much.
Yes.
And we have some of the nicest drivers, and it's really one of those grassroots programs that you're just so proud of.
Yes. I didn't even know. I always, I would see the X. I thought it was always for like the elderly or somebody but I didn't know it's for anybody. Any
It
age.
is for anybody, and there are lots of people that maybe your family member can't come and get you when you're ready to be discharged, or you live alone, or someone is traveling and you find yourself needing transportation. I mean, we have lots of good neighbors, but sometimes it's just easier to schedule a courtesy van pickup.
Right, and they can just schedule that
They
through
schedule it, and they
the hospital, like
yes,
through the website.
it's give them as much notice as you can,
I love
but
that.
it's a wonderful gift that people who have used the service continue to give back to people who need the service.
Yes. See, they're so grateful for
Yes.
what you've done for them. I love hearing those kind of
Yes.
stories.
And I love those notes. I love when people engage with the foundation on a very personal level. And we
Right.
see that a lot of the time. People come here for specific care, or they've watched us care for their parents or a loved one, and they're really taken by the quality of our staff and the care that happens every single day, 24/7.
I love that.
It's
personal care.
It is personal
It's not
care.
like a revolving door next, you know,
No,
you don't
no.
even know who the person is. They're just moving on to the next patient. Yeah.
No, and even when you work in a hospital, you can see that lots of people who come into the hospital, they're not having a good day.
Right.
And I think our team here works really hard to make sure that even on their worst day, there is some brightness for that.
I love that. That is
I
so
do
sweet.
too.
That's why I love coming here, because I'm just meeting so many wonderful people like you. So why is community support so important for health systems like St. Clair?
So, in full disclosure, this is my first position in healthcare, and I am learning how many services and how much growth is necessary for a hospital like St. Clair to stay pace with the larger institutions. And I think the support that comes here through either individual donors or sponsorships or our grants and other mechanisms for raise money, the dollars are immediately impactful.
Right.
So sometimes when you write a check to maybe your university or any other very worthy causes, but your dollars, when they hit St. Clair, they're going to hit the ground running, and you're going to see it and understand the value of that donation very, very quickly.
You're going to know where it goes instead
Exactly.
of just, okay, well, here's my donation.
The donation, for sure.
Right. Oh my gosh, I love that. So what are some of the key initiatives or programs the foundation helps fund? I think you talked a little bit about it.
So sure. Well, I'll take a minute to tout the campaign that we've just closed at the end of 25, which St. Clair became a teaching hospital, which means we now have residents. We now have a graduate medical education program. It's so fun to see our own version of Grey's Anatomy walking the halls.
It is so true.
Yes, yes. I'm hoping they're all finding their people.
Right. And then they get to learn and see if maybe that's not the area they want to study or they want to pursue.
And if you want to meet any of our residents, they are usually at the Bethel Park Farmers Market on Tuesdays. So they're there to check your blood pressure, maybe have a little bit of a moment with you and be like, okay, maybe we should come in and see if we can help you manage this or ask some questions. So you can meet our residents there for sure. And they have a resident clinic as well. So that's a campaign that the community supported in a big way. By their dollars, they said, we wanted St. Clair to be a teaching hospital.
Right.
And that campaign closed, like I said, at the end of this year. We are getting ready to undertake a campaign that will help to grow our cardiac services. And as the hospital moves forward to purchase additional equipment, to give them a larger footprint to do the care, because we know that is an area that needs additional resources. And because of St. Clair's location, lots of people, when it's a cardiac event, they want to get in the door somewhere as quickly as possible. And so we're uniquely positioned for people to get to us quickly for the care that they need. And we know that we need to expand those services.
Right.
And I can't say enough about the team that Dr. Andy Kaiser has put into place. The cardiac care is exceptional, and they're just really on the cutting edge of so many procedures and successes for our neighbors and our friends and our family members.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love hearing those things. I'm learning so much just talking to you. So for someone who has never donated before, what would you want them to understand about the impact of giving? Because I think here's my thing. If I'm out there listening right now and I want to donate, I wouldn't know the first thing to do first.
Well,
I said first twice.
That's okay. Making a donation to any charitable organization is very personal.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always say, look in your heart, and where do you think your dollars, be it $10 or $10,000, would be meaningful to you, or to maybe your family. And a lot of times that's in healthcare. And so giving to St. Clair is the opportunity, again, to donate the dollars. And you can work with myself or Lindsay. And if you tell us you want it to go to breast cancer care, it will go to breast cancer care. If you want it to go to the cardiac rehab program, it will go to the cardiac rehab program. And the other thing that has transpired is we are starting to involve lots of local schools, and they are raising money for breast cancer through some programming that they do in October. So lots of pink outs, football games. You do. You are the spokesperson.
I'll be there.
Yes. And that's another thing, is we're seeing younger and younger engagement in philanthropy. And as someone who is on the other side of that calendar, I love seeing younger people get involved with figuring out where they want to give their time and treasure.
It's so true. I mean, I remember in college, we would fundraise too, but you didn't know back then. Like, I didn't think about it. I was just like, oh, we're just raising money, But it wasn't like I knew where it was going, what it was being. Now that being an adult and realizing like those fundraisers that they do in college and high schools or middle schools, it is making an impact, and they can see it, making an impact.
Yeah. I mean, I tell people all the time, do your research. But listen to your heart. I work very hard for the dollars that I am able to donate, and I think most of us do. So do your research and listen to your heart in terms of where you want your donations to go. And
absolutely,
no donation is insignificant.
Yes. Every little bit counts. Yeah.
Exactly.
I love that. So let's talk about the summer swing.
Oh my gosh, my favorite subject right now. My absolute favorite subject.
I'm so excited about the theme this year because I'm so into like wearing I have 2 pairs of cowboy boots. I got in Nashville.
Well, you can wear one for part of the night and another pair for another.
I might have to do a costume change.
Absolutely.
So what is the Heartbeat in Haybales? What is that? Like, how does this event come to life, and how did you come up with this?
So in full disclosure, I just want to give a shout out to our committee. We are blessed with really a great summer swing committee, as well as the foundation board of directors. So it is made up of Trish Hamill, Beth Evron, and Katie Unger Chips, and they are the spark behind the idea. They are bringing it to life, and we couldn't do it without them. Right. So right behind them is the team at the foundation, some of who are sitting here with us, and we will fill St. Clair Country Club with great music by Pittsburgh Honky Tonk, a fabulous silent auction, some bourbon tastings, lots of raffles, and we are going to be raffling off a trip to Ireland. So
what?
How exciting is that?
Oh my gosh, no way.
Yes. So Summer Swing is the perfect Friday night, July 17th.
Yeah.
Doors will open, the music will be there, the food is always exceptional. People say all the time how good the food is. And you'll get to be with our community partners. Our team here at St. Clair, our cardiology team, will be in full force because the dollars that we raise this night is going to go to the Cardiac Care Center.
Okay.
So all of the dollars that we raise, either through the sponsorships, the auction, the ticket sales, that's all going to go in support of our new cardiac center.
Oh my gosh. Now, okay, so if somebody out there is listening, like how can people attend?
So you can go on our website within stclair.org, and there's a banner, and you click through that, and it'll take you right to tickets. And you're also more than welcome to just give us a call, and we'll send some more invitations in the mail, and we can take it from there. I promise you, if you call our office, we'll be happy to figure out the best way to get you on the guest list.
I was going to say, how many people do you think will attend this year? I mean, how many did we last year when they hit this?
We were just shy of 400 last year.
Wow.
I think about 380. And our goal is always over 400. And I think really, because it's cardiac care and it's so important to so many people, and we have people like you that's going to join us and help raise these dollars, and our sponsors. I think we're going to get closer to 500 this year, which is
Oh,
super
yes.
exciting.
I
Those are
have to-
pre-COVID numbers.
I know, and you know what? I should put some pictures on because I didn't know what to expect. It was the first time I ever went to St. Clair Summer Swing. So I come in there, I'm like, wait a minute here. This is like, they had one room, you know, we could go, there was jazz, like somebody playing the piano. Then you go outside and you can eat outside. They had stations of food everywhere. You know,
Yes.
they had Italian, French, you know.
Yes.
I think their theme last year was, what was it called? Not Around the World or something.
was-
It was something, but had to do with the different countries. and
Yes.
everything. I was like, what? And then there was this woman singing, and I thought, whoa, I didn't realize this was so big. And I love that it is part of the community.
Uh-huh.
It's part of the staff here, you know, and
Yes.
it's a party, but it's also, you're there to support St. Clair Health and what
It
their
is.
foundation is doing.
And this event has such a great history that frankly predates myself.
I know. Did we say the 27th?
It's the 27th. So people have been hosting this event for 26 years. And every year the board decides what the proceeds are going to go for.
Okay.
And in the previous couple of years, it's been for the graduate medical education program. For the next few years, it's going to go to the cardiac care. And again, because so many people are impacted by cardiac events, I really expect this event to grow tremendously over the next few years.
Yes, absolutely. Is there a deadline for someone to get tickets? Because I know it's July 17th.
So we would love to know you're coming by the end of June.
Okay.
But if there is space, we'll make it work one way or another,
I
for
love
sure.
that. So, like, what makes this event unique compared to the other fundraisers?
Well, I'll go back to what we opened the conversation
Yeah.
with. You're going to go there maybe with a friend or another couple or a partner, and you're going to be like, oh, I know this person, I know that person, and you'll see some
it's
great
true.
outfits. And it is really and truly a great gathering of so many people from around the area. And I guarantee you may go in there thinking, oh, who am I going to know? You will know more people than you can possibly imagine, because this is community forward for sure.
It really is. And, you know, there were a lot of doctors, you know, and there were some doctors that I remembered interviewing, and they were all just so kind, you know, and they would come up to you, hi, how are you? You know, and I thought, wow, this doesn't seem like I thought at first, because it's at the country club, you know, you're thinking, it's fancy. But it was
Well, we are fancy. We are fancy.
We are going to be fancy. With our friends. You know?
Fancy like Applebee's because of our theme this year.
I love that. What kind of food are they going to have? Are they going to have like
We
things
are
barbecue
leaning
or-
into the barbecue.
Ooh.
The chef is very excited to go back to his southern roots. So
Yes.
imagine brisket, pulled pork, lots of fun vegetables. I have made a request for banana pudding, just into homage to
sounds so
my
delicious.
southern roots as well. So we're
love
so
it.
excited. And the music, have I mentioned the music yet?
Well, you said it, what was it?
It's Pittsburgh Honky Tonk,
Okay.
and they're going to,
I'm going to have to look them up.
they're wonderful. We're so excited to have them this year. And then we also are working to bring in a person to teach us some line dancing at the beginning of the night.
My goodness.
So that just
That's
a few
big.
minutes,
That is big.
just a
They
few
do
minutes.
it at the Meadows.
Well, that's where the people are coming from. That's
knew it. I
that's
knew it.
exactly who's coming in.
And it's not as easy as think it is.
Well, as someone who, I'm old enough to remember aerobics classes, and I once
Me
got
too.
kicked out of aerobics because I couldn't keep time or do any of that. So no one needs
Don't
to
stand next to me, Chris. You'll
no,
throw me off.
I'm always going to be going the wrong way at the wrong time, for sure. But
This makes it
it's
fun.
it is, and to go back to the vibe that you caught last year, I think that's the vibe of the hospital. Is just people are genuinely interested and
They're
kind.
approachable.
They're
They're
very
approachable.
approachable. The CEO, Mike Flanagan, is one of the most approachable executives I've ever come across with. He, if you're walking down the hallway and you have a question, he will help you find your way to your
Wow.
doctor's office. And for a new staff member, he's like, Christy, you go this way when you can't find. So I think that's just the culture here at St. Clair is we're small and we're okay with that, but
Yeah.
you come through our doors, you become part of our family.
Right.
You're going to get exceptional care, cutting edge care, but we're going to know your name and we're going to care for you very deeply.
I love that. I do. And I already feel that vibe. Yeah, even before I started doing the podcast here, I was already a patient here. I already was going.
I'm sorry that you were a
I know.
patient, but we're glad
but
you're
it was
here.
Good. I was getting my checkups, getting my mammograms and everything through there. But it was perfect for me. It was a perfect fit for me. So that's why I think that people that haven't tried to come here, it's like you have to at least try, because if maybe they're used to going to a certain place, come here. You never know,
Right.
know?
And I think as someone who has helped to shepherd my husband's family, I think it's overwhelming sometimes to deal with going into town and to deal with the maze of parking. This is a easy access to great care and
traffic.
It's a lot less stressful, and it's a great place.
Yes.
It really is. I'm a little bit biased, but I'm allowed to be.
Me too. We're a little biased. That's all right. Now, you probably already answered this question. Who should attend? Is it like lifetime supporters, new faces, or both? I think we
all of the above. and I really want to encourage younger people to attend. We know that you all are starting families and have lots of priorities, but if you've not been to a hospital event like this is the year to come.
Yes,
because
and it's a Friday night. It's in the summer. So if you're not on vacation, you're not having a lot of, I think there's summer baseball, sometimes travel ball, but there's, other than that, this is the time to, let the kid, get a babysitter, come and enjoy the night.
Yes. In fact, I was on the phone with one of our sponsors just yesterday, and he's saying, well, I'm going to have to try to get a sitter. I said, well, you have a 1-year-old. Well, to be honest, I'm an empty nester. So maybe you just bring the baby and I'll slide off and be the babysitter for the night.
I know, right?
So yes, I really encourage younger folks to join us. We have people of all ages. Obviously, our physicians run the gambit in age, but it's going to be a really fun night, and I can't wait to see what you wear. I know that's everybody's question.
We're not, we're all, I am going to put some outfits out there to try to get some views to see if people, what they think I should wear. I have to go out and buy some cute outfits.
I'll never tell somebody to not go shopping for sure.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to tell me twice.
But I think you're going to see a lot of fun summer.
I'm not wearing any short shorts.
No short shorts. Yes, I would say this country fancy or fancy country. I am wearing a mid-length saloon style skirt, if that is of all use to anybody, with some cowboy boots and just some fun jewelry for sure. And cowboy hats welcome.
It's something to look forward to,
right?
It's the summer goes so fast, and there's times where you just like, you know what, I need a night out. I need to go support a good cause and be around great people from the community too.
And we have raffle items. We have 2 trips that we're raffling. We have a night at Nemacolin to raffle. We have amazing baskets, handbags, both vintage and new coming in, dinner gift cards. And then we have 3 super raffle items, one being a Louis Vuitton travel bag, one being some really fancy bougie whiskey and bourbons that are hard to get a hold of. So we'll have those.
Like that.
We have those raffle tickets, and then another raffle for a trip where we have 3 locations, and if you win the raffle, you can pick one of the 3 locations. So you can either pick to do a Kentucky bourbon tour or Sedona Red Rocks or Charleston, South Carolina.
What?
I know. It's a $50 raffle ticket. We're only going to sell 100 of those. And so if you win, you get to pick one of those trips.
This is so exciting.
I know, right?
I can't stand it.
We want everybody to be excited.
I know.
We want everybody.
It's fun to like, the ticket is, and you're like, oh, this is amazing.
I know. I will say there's a moment that you're just like, please let it be me. Please let it be me.
I know. There's times where I'll go to like a shower and stuff, and I'm winning all the time. I'm like, I'm on a winning streak, and then there's times I'm like, I'm losing all the time.
I know.
Like going to the casino, right?
Yes.
So I think we already talked about where do the proceeds from Summer Swing go? They go to the cardiac unit.
Yes.
How does attending or supporting this event make a difference?
Well, I think in terms of community, it's just really nice for the staff and the team here to know that the community's behind them. Right. So I think even your presence in the room is a really boost of morale. These jobs are hard. Being in healthcare is not for the faint of heart, for sure. And I think when we fill the ballroom and the patio with people who really believe in the mission of St. Clair Hospital, that's a really good feeling. So showing up is important. Your ticket purchase is really important. Those dollars go to this campaign. And then all of the additional items, the sponsorships, all of those dollars go back to the hospital. And this event, we run in a way that we maximize those dollars for sure to come back to the campaign.
Yes, I love that. Now, we were just talking about what are the most excited things about this year. You already said them all. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I know, right?
About the contest and about all the different trips and everything like that. So for listeners who want to support the foundation, what are the different ways they can get involved? So if somebody can't come to the event, is there other ways they can get involved?
So, well, I'll start up with another option, which is if you aren't able to come to the event on a ticket, we also look for volunteers. So if you'd like to volunteer and work registration or to help with the silent auction, that's amazing. We'd love to have you. Then, of course, there's our ticket goers, which obviously are our guests, and those dollars come back to us. But if you can't come, but you've been taken by the idea that you want to grow the cardiac care here at St. Clair, you're welcome to go online and make just an online donation. And then you can also buy a raffle ticket and not be at the event. So the Louis Vuitton bag, the bourbon package, and the 3-trip package, you can buy those tickets and not be present to win. So yes, so we'll start those pre-sales July 5th, and we're only selling $100 of each of those tickets. So you have a 1 in 100 chance. So if you can't come to the event, buy a raffle ticket. At least be part of the excitement.
You never know.
You never know. You never
Everybody
know.
always says, I never win, but you just never know.
Well, your odds are just pretty good with only 100 tickets being sold.
Yes.
So
and there's 3 different trips.
There's 3 different prizes to win.
I love that.
So,
oh my
yes,
gosh, Christy,
yes.
I'm getting so excited.
Well,
it's only May.
I know. We'll keep that excitement going.
Right.
Keep that excitement going.
Do you have to attend these events to make an impact? I think we already kind of talked about it. Are other ways to contribute? You were saying you can go online and you can do it that way too. Okay. Now, how can people stay connected with the foundation, upcoming activities? Like you don't just have the summer swing. You have other things going on throughout the year?
So we only do this one fundraising event a year. We decided many years ago that we didn't want to bombard people with something more than once a year. Yes. And we really wanted to sort of put all of our eggs in one basket. So there really is only this one hospital event, but if you want to stay engaged at St. Clair Health, we really encourage you to read your house call magazine that comes to your door, to listen to your podcast, because what better way to stay engaged with St. Clair is with Jenny D. Follow us on the socials. And then really explore our website. There are classes all the time, mental health support groups, cancer care support groups, new family support groups, a lot of educational opportunities to just come on campus and take advantage. It's really amazing. And then don't forget to say hi to our residents at the Bethel Park Farmers Market.
Yes, and that already started, didn't it?
It did. I think we're in week 3.
Okay.
2 weeks in.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes.
Is there anything else, Christy, we didn't touch on before we end?
No.
I think we
I think we covered it well. I think we did really well, including figuring out how we know each other from our previous worlds.
Right?
How fun is that?
What is the time for the event? So it's on Friday, July 17th at St. Clair Country Club.
Yes, 6:30.
Okay.
Yeah, 6:30. till 11.
Till 11. Okay.
Yes, and it has to end at 11 because the band is going to be so great. We have to make sure the music is off at 11 o'clock.
I might have to wear my dancing shoes.
Yes, you absolutely should wear your dancing shoes.
Those cowboy boots are going to be too hot.
Well,
The ones
we'll
I
figure
have.
it out. We'll all be in the same boat for sure.
Right. Thank you so much.
Oh,
So
this
it-
has been a pleasure.
This has been so, I mean, I have learned so much, and that's why I love it. And thank you, Rosie, for setting this all up, because I didn't even know all that goes into this. When you get there and you see and you think, wow, whoever's in charge of this, all the people involved have really
Yeah.
put a lot of time and effort into this to make it so special for not only the staff and the community.
Our volunteers, our committee members, our board of directors, all of the team within marketing and the foundation department, they work really hard, but it's a labor of love. It
Yeah.
really is. You can tell. Everyone's exhausted, but
Right.
it's a happy kind of
It's
exhausting.
exciting.
Yes, for sure. And this has been so much fun for me. I think you're my first podcast.
Really?
Yes, I was so
Aw.
nervous, and you made it so easy and welcoming.
I'll
Thank
tell you what, you had a lot of great, valuable information that you gave the public, and I appreciate you coming on today. Taking
Oh, well,
the
we
time.
appreciate you.
Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you.
So if you're looking for a fun and meaningful way to give back, Heartbeat and Haybales, 27th, I can't believe that, 27th annual, I'm only 27. I wish, my daughter like that. It's the 27th annual Summer Swing on July 17th. It's a great place to start. To learn more about St. Clair Hospital Foundation, to get involved or purchase tickets for the Summer Swing, call 412-942-2465 or visit stclair.org/giving. Thanks so much for joining me with another episode of Spill With Me, Jenny D. Take care.
Come spill with me.